It is always great to visit with Paul Dolan on opening day, and I mentioned this to a couple of other people. You and I have stood here in all kinds of elements, but I don't know, it feels like 75 degrees here today. It is beautiful.
It's spectacular. I think one of the last times we did this, we canceled the game while I was on the air with you. No chance of that happening right now. It really is probably, in our 24 years of being owners in the opening day, this may be the best day ever.
Boy, it is sensational. Okay, tough news right out of the gate with Shane Bieber. An emotional day as he came back here and met with the media about his situation, Tommy John surgery. Gosh, it's amazing to think how he pitched in Oakland and Seattle, and then to be pitching through really bad pain.
Yeah, it was a shock to me and many others, obviously, that he was going through all that because he was pitching as well as he's ever had in his career. He was the best pitcher in the game for 2 starts.
Yeah.
So it's a really disappointing loss for the team and really for him as well.
Tell me about the ballpark, okay? What's it's under a remake, which will finally be remade next year when you and I stand here.
We finished with year 1, and as you look around the upper right field deck, it looks very, very different. And you can't see it as well from here. You just see the Guardians tarp on the Terrace Club. But above the Terrace Club, we have the new Terrace Garden. The Terrace Club itself is still a work in progress, and that will be finished next year. You look around, you see a lot of blue seats.
Yeah.
And that is eventually it will be all blue, but that's also a process. So the ballpark has definitely evolved a lot.
You would have to say this, the ballpark has good bones, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it opened up in 1994, and it has, I know you've done tweaks to it, but it holds on to its charm, the initial charm.
I totally agree with that. And I've had a chance to see most of the ballparks around the country, and you're right. The bones here are great. It has a great, clean look to it. But shocking to those of us who've been around a while, it's one of the older ballparks here.
Yeah.
And 30 years of exposure to Northeastern Ohio climate requires some work. And the world changes too. The way people want to watch games is a little different. So these 2 changes that we identified really allow people to come and mingle and integrate, much like the corner bar over here. We're kind of replicating that a couple other spots in the ballpark.
Tito has left. He has gone off into the path of retirement, and what a job he did. So now you're in the process of hiring a new manager, and Stephen Vogt is brought to you. And how did that click with you?
Well, I mean, for me, it clicked great because Chris and Mike had done all the work, and by the time they got to me, he was clearly the favorite, and I could see why. When the first time I had a chance to meet him, you could definitely see why. He has the personality, the communication skills, and at least so far, he's the winningest manager in our history like that. So,
how about that? 7 out of 9.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, what a trip that was. But it seems as though the style of play has not changed that much. Hustle, hustle, push the other team's defense, take the extra base. If it takes 3 hits to get a run, we'll do it.
That's right. I mean, the personnel is still largely the same. I think we're going to be a little more aggressive, as you've seen that on the base pass already. And maybe over time you'll start to see a little bit different type of play. But yeah, we are still the same team, but I think we've been the best version of ourselves, at least for the start of this year.
Paul, as an owner, how did you like the tweaks in the rules of the game?
Well, the pitch clock itself was extraordinary change, and it shortened the game and has really, really increased interest in the game. Fans seem to unanimously like it, and most people in the game. I know there's a little bit of controversy now around it, but it is generally well received. Yeah,
no doubt about that. This could be a great deal of fun this season because of the division. I mean, you looked very, very competitive in the division. You went in against the Twins and, took a couple of games from them in their ballpark, and I know they're kind of picked as the charm of the division. And then everybody else seems to kind of be in a phase of rebuilding. And then there are the Guardians. Where do you think you fit?
Well, hopefully at the top of that list. But I will say, I mean, obviously it's a very early sample size. But the division itself looks more competitive than people might have given it credit for. Detroit looks like a nice club, and Kansas City's got some talent. So it could be really a fun year in the American League Central. And when you get to October, anything can happen.
All right, so a great day here today. I mean, we've got an eclipse, we've got opening day, we've got Corey Kluber, Michael Brantley throwing out first pitches. It really is a celebration day. Paul, always great to talk to you on opening day.
Well, it's great to be here. It's great to be here on a spectacular day. we're gonna see something rather unique in an hour or so, and hopefully that's just the beginning of great stuff today.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.